Hi Amita, how are you doing?
Hello, sir. I'm doing very good. How are you?
All good, all good. So, how is the life at IMC going nowadays?
So, it was something that we worked very hard for and dreamt about. It is actually very hectic and very rewarding too. Like, I have the person who was 3 months before is not the same. So, it changes you a lot. The school at B school, just waiting to go back to campus now.
Okay, so have you taken the summer internship? Is it done?
Yes, sir. Summer internship just got over at IMC last week. Yeah, it is done. It went good.
So, the main reason that we are both here is that you cracked ZAT in flying colors. You converted both BM and HR. So you chose C. That is a totally different perspective and choice. But okay, we will just talk about the ZAT thing here. What was your major focus after CAT? Were you preparing for ZAT before CAT also? What were the sources you followed, and what different did you do for ZAT specifically?
Sir, so I was concentrating only on CAT till that exam got over. And after the exam, I wasn't really sure about how it went. Like I know only about how I did, and even then, some sections were still doubtful, and I couldn't get a comprehensive picture of how it went. Anyway, I wanted to try for that, so I couldn't take any risk. I wanted to give my all because I wanted sure about CAT as well. So I started preparing. Like, I took a day break on Monday and then I started preparing for that immediately. Major sources were past year papers and the Facebook practice tests that we used to do in our groups. So, and then first I got a idea from your that summary that you had written about what are the four major sessions and everything, and how to concentrate differently from CAT to ZAT. So quant was majorly the same as CAT. There was not much difference. Even if we go through the past year papers, we can see that it is very similar to CAT. So just to keep in touch with the formulas and our prep with CAT and the basics itself would be enough for ZAT as well for the quant session. Coming to VARC, it had people think that ZAT VARC is a little difficult. Actually, it is just a little different. That's it. So there are these poems and other things which are specific to ZAT, and a little bit of more of critical reasoning inclination than it is to RC per se. So I think the major source would be if we do the practice test on Facebook, we would get an idea of how the question would be, and repeated test every day with comparison to past question papers is what would help us, especially with VARC as well. So uh, no matter what is the section, past five question papers is a must. And apart from and along with that, we need to keep practicing our everyday things on Facebook as well. That would help. Coming to DM, so this was a very tricky part because initially I couldn't get the hang of it. When I started solving, I felt like there was something that I was missing. There was no pattern per se. Then I realized that the two major things that they are looking for is how practical is your answer and how ethical is the solution that you are giving. So these two things should not be compromised, and when we keep these two perspectives in mind, we will see that one option is better than everything else. So this was the first thing that I would think whenever I see a question, the most ethical and the most practical solution. So uh, this I start after I started seeing from this perspective and solving questions, the past papers I had solved, and then I could easily get the hang of it. And coming to GK, GK was it was not calculated in the whole entire percentile, and I did not spend any special attention to it. I just like kept track of current affairs, and but if you see for that more than current affairs, 70% of the questions will be from static GK, and it doesn't end. That it just keeps going. There is no way to complete the entire static GK. So what I would recommend is to just keep track of current affairs, and if you can, if you already know some static GK, that is good. But otherwise, also it is fine. It is calculated only when there is a tiebreaker after the interviews or something. Even when they call you for interviews, they call based on our other three sections percentile only. So my recommendation would be to keep track of at least 5 to 7 years of ZAT papers, and to practice the questions that are solved on Facebook groups. That is the major thing, because apart from that, if we are able to solve the different perspectives on the group, we would get a more idea. We'll be prepared for anything, no matter how the question paper is.
Very well said, Amita. Anyway, so as you said one thing that after the cat went, you were not able to comprehend that how well did you do, right? So right, this year also there was the cat followed a different kind of pattern, and a lot of students right now are in you can say disdain, and they are not able to understand how have they performed in the cat. So any final words or advice that you would want to give it to them?
I would say that uh, if you don't know how it went, or if you think that it did not go well, it is okay, because this year was definitely something that no one would have expected. It was a complete change from number of questions, the pattern and everything. So what I would say is that for a particular day is over, and it is just one of the other exams that you're going to target. There are like still four other exams like snap, zat and mat and IFT. So I think that whatever is over, we should not carry that baggage to the preparation of the next exam. We still have a 100% chance at everything else. So I think, just even if it went well, I would say just keep it aside, and start concentrating on the next exams and putting your 100% effort here. I prepared for that only after cat, so it's not like you should have prepared from before or anything. Your cat preparation will be useful in other exams also. Just to tweak our approach with respect to that particular exam is what is required to succeed in these as well.
Very well. Thank you so much for your time, Amrita. If there is something, I'll disturb you again, okay?
Sure, sir, no problem. Thank you so
Enjoy
much.
enjoy, keep enjoying your MBA, and we will keep in touch. Okay.
Definitely. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Amrita. Bye bye.
Bye.
So if we talk about the exam in general, there are 100 questions in totality, with GK only 25, and which is not counted. So please mind this thing कि GK को आपकी percentile calculate करते हुए note नहीं किया जाता, right? तो जीके का यूज क्या है, जीके सिर्फ कट ऑफ के लिए यूज होती है, इसीलिए जीके पे बहुत ज्यादा टाइम स्पेंड नहीं करेंगे हम, राइट? वीए प्लस एलआर, जिसमें कि लास्ट ईयर डीआई तो बहुत ही कम आई थी, डीआई एंड एलआर बहुत कम आती है, लास्ट टाइम तो बहुत कम आई थी, ठीक है? तो इसके ज्यादा सिर्फ वीए पे डिपेंड करेंगे और क्यूए पे को पढ़ेंगे अच्छे से, ठीक है? नेगेटिव मार्किंग का क्या रहता है कि जो सबसे ज्यादा दिक्कत रहती है अनअटेम्प्टेड की, अनअटेम्प्टेड के लिए आफ्टर 8 क्वेश्चंस, 8 क्वेश्चन तक तो आपका कोई मार्क्स नहीं कटेगा, अप टू 8 क्वेश्चंस, फ्रॉम नाइन्थ ऑनवर्ड जितने भी आप क्वेश्चन अनअटेम्प्ट छोड़ेंगे, खाली छोड़ देंगे, उसके लिए आपके 0.1 मार्क्स कट होंगे। फॉर एग्जांपल अगर आपने 28 क्वेश्चंस छोड़ दिए, तो आपके 8 प्लस 20, इन 8 के लिए कोई डिडक्शन नहीं होगी, इन 20 के लिए आपके 20 इंटू 0.1 -2 मार्क्स होंगे, हर गलत के लिए तो -1/4 हो रहे हैं आपके, ठीक है? सो दिस इज हाउ नेगेटिव मार्किंग इज डन. Now, if we talk about the syllabus is more or less same on the lines of what we have been doing so far. Right, for quant you don't have to do anything else, anything new. Similarly, but there are few topics that you should take care of, that is geometry and algebra. थोड़ा सा ज्यादा आ सकता है जैट में, तो हम इनको थोड़ा ध्यान से पढ़ेंगे. वीए एंड एलआर के लिए आपके पास और चीजों की प्रोपोर्शन ज्यादा होती है, ग्रामर, पैरा जंबल्स, पैरा कंप्लीशन, वोकेबलरी, ये सब कुछ का ध्यान रखेंगे, ठीक है? And this was the course everyone is talking about, the ultimate ZAT course. We are going to start from next Monday, right? You can enroll with it by visiting our website www.quantifiers.in, or you can visit enroll from our Facebook group, right? It's very nominal. If we talk about the cutoffs, so these are the cutoffs that we have collated for BM and HRM. So mind at approximately 40 marks in totality. Total marks, if you are getting 40, your percentile is going to be somewhere around 99, right? So 99.5 or something like this. So out of the total exam, if you take care of one aspect, the total marks are so the cutoffs is not very high, right? But then it is very tricky to achieve also, because paper may seem that yes, we have to achieve very less marks, but it is one of the toughest paper of our omits, right? अब इसमें कोई सेक्शनल टाइम लिमिट नहीं होती है हमारे पास, यू कैन शफल बिटवीन द सेक्शंस. सो द बेस्ट स्ट्रेटजी इज टू अचीव द कट ऑफ, secure the cutoff, and then go for the section in which you are able to maximize your marks. Last time DM was one of the sections in which people scored maximum, but there was also some sort of confusion last time, which I hope will not be there this time, राइट? सो उस पर फोकस नहीं करते, डिसीजन मेकिंग पे अच्छे से करेंगे, और डिसीजन मेकिंग हमारे ग्रुप में और क्लासेस में बहुत अच्छे से प्रैक्टिस करने वाले हैं हम, राइट? सो मेक श्योर दैट डिसीजन मेकिंग, क्रिटिकल रीजनिंग, ये दो तीन चीजों को बहुत अच्छे से पढ़ना. क्रिटिकल रीजनिंग फ्रॉम द जीमैट क्लब, यू कैन रेफर टू द प्रीवियस 5 year पेपर, आर मस्ट एंड मस्ट. Just refer these two things, rest everything will be taken care of, right? Let's meet in the Facebook group for the practice session. I hope you have learned something from this video. Enjoy guys, take care.